Hey guys, what's going on? In front of me I have the professional throwing axe and the Hudson Bay Camp X, and I'm going to show you how they work. These are new for 2020 and they have a really cool locking head mechanism that I'm going to show you right now. So this is the professional throwing axe, and it's modeled after our axe gang and competition thrower in terms of head shape, etc. Now you might notice these two bolts sticking out here. So for 2020 we came up with this really cool clamp mechanism, and it uses a variety of bolts and pins and things like that to secure the head onto the handle. It's really strong. These things can take a ton of abuse. They're not going to come off on you, and we'll get into the clamp mechanism here in a second. This is the Hudson Bay Camp axe. This is a 27-inch axe, and same concept with the head in terms of it locking, clamping on there. A little bit longer, good for camping, things like that. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to change the head on this and how quickly you can change it, just in case you were to break it axe throwing or something like that. So you have your two bolts here. You loosen those. Put that aside. That aside, and so you'll notice that they thread into these essentially nuts, but they're more of like washers. They have a flange on them that sits in this channel here, and then they thread into that. Now you might think, well, if you unclamped it, the head would be free. Well, it's not, and here's why. When you slide the head down, there's a pin inside. This pin goes into a channel in the head, and it only goes about halfway down. So the pin stops the head, and the head cannot go any further than that. So once you take the pin out, you can slide the head off. And there you can see the hole for the pin and the grooves in the handle where these nut washer things sit. So here's a look at the head. It might be kind of hard to see this. It is dark down in there. This is the channel where the pin rides in. So if you can imagine, it goes about halfway down. You can see my finger in there, and that's what stops it. So slide your head onto the handle, insert the pin. Also, the head cannot come down on the handle because the handle's tapered. That's as far as it can go. It can't slide down on you, and then when the pin's in, it stops. Can't come up on you. So, put the pin in, slide the head forward. We'll put our nuts / washers in there, hold them, reinstall our bolts, give them a good crank. There you have it. That easy. When you break one of these things, if you break it bashing around in the backyard on a target or something, just get a replacement handle, which we do have, swap them out. It's that fast. Hudson Bay Camp X, 27 inches like I said before. Same concept, and I'll show you how this one works as well. Loosen your bolt, loosen your other bolt, pull these guys out. Same thing, nut washers on the back, and just let those fall out. This one's a little bit tighter just because I had the sticker on there, so hopefully you can see this. Pull it down, pull the pin out, push it forward. This is a really tight fit. Slip the head on, slide the pin in, slide it forward, it's locked in. Get a better view of that. Put the nut washers in. Hold them, flip it over, put your bolts in, tighten your bolts down, ready to go. You break it, you need to replace it. It's much easier than trying to rehang an axe head in a traditional sense in terms of wedges and things like that. Just unbolt it, pull out the pin, put a new handle in. It's that easy. Now let's see how quickly I can change the handle on this thing. I'm going to fully disassemble it, put it back together, and we'll see how long it takes. You guys are welcome to count along if you'd like. Ready? Go. Bam. Just like that. You're back in the game, ready to go, or ready to go back to work. Pretty cool.